There's something about the sound of your name that lingers in the quiet moments, like the final note of a lullaby that never quite fades. I don't remember when I first really heard it, but once I did, it stayed. It played in the spaces between my thoughts, echoing in the corridors of my solitude, softer than a whisper and louder than a storm. When the world falls silent, when I close my eyes and let my breath slow, there it is again, your name, like a heartbeat beside mine. It's not just a word, it's a melody, a memory, a promise. I've said it to myself in the dark, when I needed something warm to hold on to. I've traced its shape in fogged windows, lips barely moving, heart shouting. Your name, your beautiful, ordinary, extraordinary name, feels like home. It calls me back to everything good I've ever known, every second that made my heart race and my soul still. It's the song I didn't know I was waiting for until you sang it into being. Some names are just sounds, syllables tossed into the wind and caught by chance. But yours is woven into the rhythm of my days. It's become part of how I move, how I breathe, how I hope. I could be standing in a crowded station, chaos all around, but the second someone says your name, everything stills. It's like the world listens too. It's strange, isn't it? How a simple word can carry so much gravity. I say your name, and it's a prayer. I hear your name, and it's a firework. When you laugh, it dances at the corners of your lips, and when you're quiet, it rests gently in the air between us. I wonder if you know how many times I've whispered it into the wind, how many nights it's been the last thing I said before sleep stole me away. Not because I was trying to remember you, but because I was afraid to forget. But forgetting you, that's impossible. Your name has etched itself into the walls of my heart. I remember the first time it slipped from my mouth when you weren't around. I was making tea, I think, something so terribly normal, and suddenly there you were, not in body, not even in shadow, but in syllables. And I said it again, louder, just to hear the sound. It rolled off my tongue with such ease as though I'd been speaking it my whole life, and only now realized the taste of it. It felt like light, like truth, like opening a door I hadn't known was locked. There's a comfort in your name, a kind of certainty. I cling to it when the nights are long, and the questions too many. I speak it into the air like a spell that might bring you closer. It's strange how love can live in something so small, a sound, a breath, and yet there it is. Alive, pulsing, real. When I say your name, I'm saying so much more. I'm saying stay. I'm saying missed. I'm saying mine. Even when I know I have no right to claim you. I've heard your name in rain, in the rustle of leaves, in the hush of early morning. It finds me in places you've never been, in moments you'll never know I lived. It slips through the cracks of my defenses when I least expect it, and suddenly I'm 17 again, eyes wide, heart reckless. There's something so achingly familiar about it, like a lullaby from another life. When people ask what I'm thinking, I never say it out loud, but it's there. Your name, quietly burning at the center of every thought. I want to hold it sometimes, press it to my chest like a letter folded tight. If I could write it in the stars, I would. If I could build a cathedral from the sound of it, I'd fall to my knees and pray. Because your name is more than a name to me. It's a place I go when I need to feel again. A soft haven when the world hardens. A spark in the silence. It's the one thing I never want to stop hearing. It's funny, the way it changes depending on how it's said. When you say it, it feels light and easy, like it was made for your mouth. When I say it, it feels like hope. But when someone else says it, just casually, in passing, it slices through me, a reminder that you belong to more than just my memories. Still, I can't help but lean in, listen closer, let it flood me all over again. There's power in that sound, a weight, a tenderness. I've carried it in poems I never dared read out loud, in letters I never sent, in songs I only sang when I thought no one was listening. If you only knew how many moments were marked by your name, how many sunsets, cups of tea, quiet sighs. You've never really left me, you know, not truly. Your name is tethered to the deepest parts of me. And maybe that's what love really is, not just presence but imprint. Not just time, but eternity whispered again and again in the language of the heart. Your name to me has always sounded like a doorway, a threshold between what was and what could be. Every time I hear it, something in me steps forward toward the dream, toward the ache, toward the memory of what we almost were. I wonder if you ever feel it too, that soft tug when someone speaks it. Do you ever turn your head, expecting to see me there? Do you remember the way I used to say it, like I was afraid and brave all at once? I rehearsed it, in the quiet of my room, in the sanctuary of moonlight. I'd say it just to feel closer to you, just to remind myself you were real. Because sometimes love feels like fiction, and the only proof we have is a name we can't stop saying. So I'll keep speaking yours, even when the world forgets, even when time insists I should move on. Because your name is not just a memory, it's a lighthouse. And I'm still swimming toward it, again and again. There are days when I go without saying it, when I pretend it doesn't matter, when I try to give you back to the silence. But then something happens, a song, a phrase, the way the light falls across my desk, and there it is again. Your name, uninvited, unstoppable. It's as though my soul is hardwired to find you, even in the smallest things. I've come to accept it, even welcome it, because maybe we don't ever really stop loving. Maybe we just learn to carry it better. And if loving you means carrying your name like a jewel in my pocket, then so be it. I'll hold it close on the days I need courage, on the nights I need peace. I'll whisper it into pillows, and paint it in steam, on mirrors. Because forgetting you would be like unlearning my own name, like erasing every color from the sky. So I won't. Your name lives here, in the softest part of me, wrapped in tenderness, sealed with longing. And I'll keep it safe, always. I dreamt once that I forgot your name, and I woke in tears. The panic, the grief, the hollowness, it clung to me like mist. Because without your name, how would I find you in the dark? How would I summon the memory of your smile, the echo of your touch? Names matter, yours more than most. It is the thread that binds all the pieces of us, scattered as they may be. If all I ever have of you is that sound, then let it be enough. Let it be the lullaby I hum when the world is cruel. Let it be the bridge I cross when life feels distant. Let it be the word I carry with reverence, with grace. I speak it now as I write, and it fills the room like perfume, subtle but undeniable. You may never know how deeply your name has marked me, but that's okay. Some love stories are quieter than others. Some are written not in ink, but in the invisible script of hearts that never forget how to sing a name. You see, every time I hear your name, I remember who I was when I loved you most. There's power in that kind of reflection, raw, humbling, healing. Your name brings back the best in me, the hope, the wonder, the reckless vulnerability. It reminds me that I am capable of loving without measure, of holding someone in my thoughts with the gentlest kind of devotion. And even if we never share another moment, even if time takes us further apart than I can bear, I'll still find beauty in that. Because you changed me, your name, once unfamiliar, became my favorite line in the story of my life. I wonder what you hear when I say yours. Do you hear regret? Do you hear love still blooming beneath the quiet? Or do you hear nothing at all, just the wind, just distance? Still, I'll say it, I'll keep saying it. Not to call you back, not to bind you, but to remember the sound that made me believe in something greater than myself. And so if I never get to say it to your face again, let me say it here, now, in the hush between words. Your name, I will carry it with me always, etched not in stone, but in stardust, in heartbeat, in breath. A name like yours isn't forgotten. It becomes part of the story we tell ourselves to feel brave. Part of the song we hum when we miss who we were with someone else. You were never just a chapter, you were the ink, the paper, the pen. And every letter of your name is a verse I will never stop loving. So let the world spin. Let the winds howl and the tides shift. I will still be here, in this quiet corner of the universe, whispering the one thing I know is real, the sound of your name.